Hey guys, welcome at Away from Keyboard. Today I will be taking a look at Is Sweet Home worth playing? When I was young, I used to spend my allowance on renting movies or games almost every weekend. Me and Frank used to go to the video rental store and pick up an awesome game or movie. Most of the times I would pick an RPG or a zombie movie. Frank and I were absolutely addicted to zombie movies. This was around the time I would come to know gems like 28 Days Later, Dawn of the Dead and many others. But when I was even a little younger, the obsession with zombies all began because of one game. A friend of mine had the original PlayStation, and on a rainy day I came over to his house to play Resident Evil 2. I didn't know what kind of game it was or what to expect. When he started playing, I just sat there silently watching him play. After an hour or something, he decided to get us something to drink, and I couldn't be left alone there with this game. No way. I immediately answered, "I will come along with you." On that day I thought it was pretty smart of me, and that he wouldn't realize I was actually scared. But not long ago I learned that he had seen through it all along. But ever since that day, even if I was scared, it started my interest in zombies. I always thought that Resident Evil was one of the first games based around the undead. But I was wrong. Even Resident Evil was based and inspired on something. But would you expect the main inspiration was an NES game? Sweet Home. It is not strange if you haven't heard of this game. This game was released by Capcom in 1989, in Japan only, and never officially reached the West. Based on a Japanese movie with the same name, Sweet Home is a survival horror role-playing game. Luckily for us, the game has been translated by fans, and is even available on cartridge if you want to play it on the original hardware. Sweet Home is often seen as the game that laid the groundwork for the survival horror game genre. I mean, it even uses the door opening animations before Resident Evil did. The story follows a team of 5 filmmakers exploring an old haunted mansion in search of special mural paintings, which are called frescoes in the game. Right at the start, the entrance is caved in, and your party has to find a way out. The game is kinda slow paced, but manages to set an eerie setting. You walk around as in any other RPG. When you press the A button, you will get a menu with a lot of options. People who have played Earthbound will know this system. You can look at certain objects, talk to people, pick up and choose items, save the game and do a lot of other things. One thing where this game sets itself apart is in the way it lets you, the player, manage your team. Your party exists out of 5 people, but you can only team up with up to 3 people. Just by simply heading up to the person you want to team up with, press the A button and select the team option. Each character has its own items, so it can be handy to team up with the right people. The controls take a long time getting used to. To do a simple task, you'll have to do a lot more than needed, and some things aren't that user friendly. There's an item laying on the table. What would you expect? Press A and press pick up. Oh, wait, it isn't there. Oh, okay. Item then and now. Press A again, move or use. Well, both options don't work. What you have to do is go to item, select the character you want to pick it up with. Now, if it is a weapon, you have to select the most bottom free space and choose move to equip it. When it is a normal item, like wood, you have to choose one of the middle slots. The game doesn't explain this. It would have been easier that when you press A in front of an item, it would go directly to the item screen, and if only the fields where you can equip them would be active. The combat doesn't happen in real time, like you might expect. Instead, Sweet Home uses random encounters, in which you enter a first-person view turn-based combat system. During the combat, you can select per character in your current team what action he or she will do. You can select fight to do a simple attack. Weapons you have found will increase the amount of damage you deal. Prey almost works like magic attacks. When you select prey, a bar starts filling up. You can decide how many prey points you want to use by pressing A at the right time. The more points, the more damage. Or use items to heal up your characters. After beating an enemy, your party will get experience points and eventually level up, which increases the base stats of your characters. Of course, you don't want your other characters who aren't in your party to miss out on the XP. Just call them during the battle to let them join the fight. This is a really unique feature I haven't seen in any other game. Sweet Home is all about the frescoes, mural paintings which your team has to find and photograph. Every fresco is a small puzzle. First you need to find them and then you need the right people to photograph it. The painting might be dusty, so you need to vacuum cleaner to clean it before you can take a picture. So, to the conclusion, is Sweet Home worth playing? This game isn't for everyone. Like I said, it plays really slow and the interface isn't user friendly. The game doesn't hold you by the hand, which doesn't have to be a bad thing. But if you want to play the game that inspired the horror survival game genre, it can be an awesome experience.